If you're tuning in, I'm still alive. Alright, back on the tracks. Still heading north. I'm probably about a mile into my last 15 miles. And then I'll have completed about 70 miles total. Ha! Updated my backpack, much lighter than my previous load. It's gonna make the biggest difference on my feet. The weather has obviously turned. It's no longer sunny days. The autumn came on pretty quick. The leaves are suddenly changing colors. The wind is cool. The thunderstorms have been coming. I don't know that I can make it to where I plan to camp before dark and before the rain comes. And I'm not necessarily prepared to trek in the rain, but I'm also not going to. And this should be my last piece of this trek until I do it again, because it's been great so far. Oh, I did not bring my fishing pole. That's what I broke it last time I used it. That's why. I mean, that was fine, but this is better. Hi-ho! Here's another rock slide that's kind of most entertaining thing around since the abandoned shack. And there is another cool tunnel coming up. So I just saw this trail coming out off the side of the tracks. And it's surely not going to go anywhere I need to go, but it looks interesting and maintained. And I see some kind of a sign up there. Caught on the bushes. Caught on the bushes. Get off, bushes. Okay, I see. I see what's going on. It's a private trail. But it's probably a house up there somewhere, and the guy made a good trail. So good job, dude. Just turn around and save my time and let him keep his private trail to himself. There's fish down there. I can smell them. That's cool. So I think in real life this tunnel is a lot closer than it looks like it is in the video. Yeah, this is definitely big enough for a double-decker train to fit through, like if it was a passenger style. Kind of cool. Alright. One thing I haven't really done is use my trekking poles much for traveling, but mostly I have them with me and haven't been using them. I used them a bit on the first day. I think that's it. Haven't really been using them. Maybe I should. Maybe it'd save a lot of stress or something in the long run, but I haven't really feel the need for it, I guess. I don't really feel the pressure on my knees. The worst I get feeling is actually my feet, and I'm sure it's because of the weight. So the more subsequent legs of the trek I've been doing, the lighter I've been packing, and it seemed to be the biggest factor to relieve anything. And I've gone through different shoes, and yeah, it just seems to be the matter of the weight. I'm maybe about 20 pounds lighter than the first day, and that's been a big help for sure. I'm wearing the boots I got specifically for this trek because the shoes I had, my feet got busted in those shoes too, and it wasn't the shoes' fault. It was the amount of weight in my pack for sure. So now I'm getting a little smarter, traveling a little lighter, learning as I go. I'm just now thinking to turn this on. Whoa, steep. So here, like the only real landmark to notice. Oh, I can see the trail tape on the other side where they're gonna make the new road. So, there's an impressive lack of graffiti on this bridge. And that's because the locals around here and the people for hundreds of miles around aren't as big of turds as the ones who smear their turd stains all over stuff. I'm not sure when the last time this was inspected. Whoa! Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's some big cracks going right there. Big cracks up on that edge there. That crack's all up and down that pillar. You got some exposed metal in there. Some definite deterioration there. Wow, there's a lot. Big ol' chunk about to fall off there. Yeah, these cracks are huge. I don't want to... Oh yeah, it's moving. I don't want to fuck with it. Man, yeah. Yeah, I think this fails inspection. Lots of chunks falling off there. Giant crack along there. A big chunk has gone off of there. Big chunk has gone off of that crossbeam there. Wow. Chunk off right here. Wow.
Now, I am not a civil engineering inspector, but I'm having some major doubts that this is of the integrity that it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's a big deterioration right there. Alright, so yeah, this is the only landmark I'm going to be passing by. It is past its heyday for sure. There's already plans to build a new one, so that's good. It's due for a upgrade for sure. It's times like this and views like that make me kick myself for not bringing my fishing pole. Yeah, this is where I kick myself for not having my fly rod. Man, look at it. Man. So another peculiar situation just happened right before I started recording there. I was just scouting around a bit, came back to the tracks where I had left my pack, and not too far up the tracks, I see a fella crossing by looking all sneaky. I happened to be going that way, grabbed my pack and started heading out, and he had some gold panning gear with him. And he was kind of oblivious to me, and I got, I don't know, 15 feet from him before he noticed. And I, didn't make him. I don't want to make him feel bad or whatever. So not like I know it's illegal to pan for gold around here or whatever. But yeah, I didn't expect to see anybody in there. I saw a gold panner way out here in the middle of nothing. And this is a pretty decent spot. Ooh, right here, yeah. Somebody's got the right idea. Nice firing, buddies. Yeah, it's a decent spot, though. This is the nastiest camp spot I have found in this whole state, actually. Wish I had better means to pack this crap out, or at least pack it up and put it aside. It's a good spot, but it's just not managed. Chopped down tree. That's why we can't have nice things, folks. A little neighboring spot that's not quite as good, but way more secluded. Rather go this way. Ooh, some old metal. So it is starting to rain. I'm pretty far from where I need to camp, and I think the rain isn't really gonna stop. It's not like this is gonna be a shower. It's actually gonna start raining and keep raining for a while, like through the night. Oh, cool. A decent spot. What is that? I'm not sure what that contraption used to be. Anyway, it's going to rain, and it's not going to stop kind of all night. I mean, that kind of means a couple of obvious things. One of which being I'll be getting soaked. Another, that I'm either going to have to set up way ahead of time, stay under a shelter, or finish rucking in the rain and then get soaked doing that, and then set up in the wet too. So I don't know. Lose a lot of travel time or get soaked. I think I'm leaning towards getting soaked. Man, there's another good spot. This is a good spot here. I'm gonna mark this one, I think. Yeah, this is a better spot. Yeah, I'm gonna mark that spot for sure. It's starting to rain. Starting to get good fishing. Got a fishing hole looking. Yeah, this is kind of the most exciting part of it to me, so I feel more excited about this part. One, because of the rain I like, and two, because of all the, looks like the fishing holes is the kind of fishing I like. And the camping options back there, reminds me of camping I used to do. You could always drop down towards the water and fish some of the holes and cross the water and down the other side and all that stuff. You get soaked with lots of bushes. Bullfrog lost all his tackle. It's kind of reminded me of some of the good old days here. Because I'm just kicking myself. It's been so many times. I always say I'm never going to not have fishing gear again. And then I commit to bringing it, keep it in my pack a lot, have one in my truck or whatever, and then eventually what happens is it gets banged around for months and months, and fishing hook gets stuck in backpack or something, the tip of the pole breaks and all this stuff, and then I end up not bringing it, and then this happens. So I know what I need to do. I need to invest in or invent an excellent micro telescopic rod. One that collapses easy and strong and fast and efficient. I'm going to add my little lure keeper mechanism contraption that I invented. It's going to be built in or maybe easily attachable. And I'll be able to have it in like a holster that I could either hook on my outside of my pack. That'll be completely protected so it won't be getting damaged around and stuff. And then I'll never have an excuse to not to have my fishing gear pretty much always handy. So that's what I need to do. I just need to get the right fire up my ass and get to inventing, or find a way to invent that or something. Yeah, this is really triggering my memory lane with bullfrog. We do this stuff a lot. You see a river like that or a creek or something, we go, oh man, you just try to get down to that hole before the other guy would, and then we'd kind of like hole hop, like he would do. He'd get to one, fish it, I'd go up to the next one, he'd go around me, and we'd keep on doing that, kind of alternating spots where we think we would want to cast a few times and try to catch fish. So that's been awesome. Here's another neat spot that looks very campalicious. Nice and soft ground right there in those pine needles. A nice table. It's not exactly level, but it's close enough. Oh yeah! Man, maybe this is a better spot. Some flat ground there. Yeah, this is decent. This is changing my spot, marking this one. Fuck yeah. This is nice. Well, here's a little campsite set up. A little cooking, sitting. Yep, there's where the fire would have been. Yeah, sitting. Yeah, this is a nice spot too. Good job, guys. Yeah, fetching water right here. Good job. Alright, I'm going to remark this spot. Trail mark, gosh. By the way, that's a bad way to mark a trail. Very bad way. It's a wound on the tree. It's like imagine someone filleting a piece of your flesh off. That's where infections come. That's where bark beetles get in. That's where funguses get in. That's how that tree ends up living a lot shorter life and dying and falling over and getting in the way and, you know, being the no longer tree. Somebody, you know, put a big wound in it. Yeah, don't do it that way. I think I just need to go this way, but that way seems a lot easier, but I came from that way and I want to make progress. Nice! I kind of want to be by the river for a bit, so I'll walk along the river for a bit until maybe I won't. I was gonna say just until I get a easy way to get out of here, but ripped my shirt. Yes, I did. Let's see how this sand looks. Okay. Yes. Okay. So lighter pack definitely made that possible. I took a big stride and then a one-legged squat up that rock. I think it was not maxing out my ability, but it was close. 10 more pounds would have probably been maxing it out. And then I would have been having a lot harder time to accomplish that, and I'd be more fatigued. Just by that one rep. This is steep. This pack is much lighter. I'm loving it. It was a good upgrade. I'm back to singing my old song. I've been walking on the railroad all the livelong days. How sick figure my singing voice. But in my head, I'm rocking out. But, yeah. Fishing pole. Nan-alive. Fishing pole. Wasn't really necessary up until now, which it seems very necessary now. So I've seen that once before on this trek, where the boulder came down and knocked the tracks crooked. I'm smelling a dead animal. And it's not a dead fish, it's a mammal. Well, the rain hasn't really kept up too much. Sky is overcast and there's no real break in the overcast, and it is, you know, putting some sprinkles down, little specks here and there, but it was starting to pick up more when I was off the tracks back there, and now it's lightened up. There's just an occasional drop coming down. I've chosen to keep going, so yeah, I would kind of imagine doing this either with my brother or with my buddy Bullfrog or somebody who's adventurous and badass and can and would take the time off to do it again. And doing it a second time for me, I would have a lot better understanding of what to expect, what to bring, what not to bring, etc., etc., and where to stay and how far to push it each day, and where I can expect to camp, and how often to take breaks and stuff, which I haven't been doing, how much food to bring, all the stuff that I've been learning on the way. It's been kind of encouraging to do it again, because even though I didn't have all this hindsight, the learning curve wasn't hard, and especially being ready the whole time anyway, it doesn't really, matter or scare me or anything to, be lost. It's kind of hard to get lost on a path like this that I've chosen. And I don't really care about being lost, so I've been lost a bunch, and here I am. If you're tuning in, I'm still alive. Yeah, there's a high willingness for me to do this again, and I might even want to do this annually or something. Like, it would be a good one for like a group of 4 maybe, but I like doing this. I like solo, it's fine for me, but I can imagine, it's user friendly enough that you don't really have to be an expert to make it, especially now that I have the hindsight and where to set up camps and stuff, where to fetch the water. That makes it far more likely. And especially with, let's say, 4 people dividing the load, I would give that a thumbs up for sure. I would not really say it's a bad idea, and I would prefer to do that in this autumn weather for sure. The risk of the rain is, no big deal to me. The risk of heat exposure and sunburn and all that kind of stuff in the summer is more of a big deal to me, even though that's what I did. So, yeah, just happy about everything so far. Oh, there's elk on the road. Oh, looking my way. Looking down to eat. She's crossing. She is off the tracks, but she's not out of sight. Okay, now she's off the tracks and out of sight. And often where there's one, there's more. I'm going to approach stealthily if I can. Yeah, she's still there by the tracks. She's got her head up, she's got her head down. I want to go through that path right there. Camp here too. So now that I'm in this spot, it's quieter traveling, harder to see me, and I might be able to get closer to her. Not like I'm really trying to, but I don't want to spook her. This is her house, not mine. I'm just passing through her yard. This is surely where she came out of, right here. Still walking away. Oh, there's one right there. Looking right at me. That's not the same one though. Not sure what I should do. I don't really want to split them, but I don't want to wait Yeah, I don't want to walk between them because that might make them run different directions, but I don't really want to wait all day for them to reunite either. And I was just thinking it's pretty rare to see one by itself. So I'm gonna stop looking at her so she isn't so spooked. And she's still standing there. This other one went down this way. And I smell a dead animal again. It's definitely not these. Oh, here's a path where she probably went. And she's probably not that far into. Maybe I see her now. There, I hear her. So yeah, I see the bushes smashing where she's gonna. There she goes. Pretty cool. Alright. There's one. Goes another one. So I only saw the two, but there's likely more than just the two. Wow, and now I'm seeing a bald eagle. Is it getting it? Yeah. Right on. Fall colors are coming. River's looking great. Yeah, so that was pretty fun getting to see those elk. Bald eagle right after that. It's gonna be fun to kind of like reminisce about the different animals I've been seeing, smelling. Oh yeah, I've seen a bunch of squirrels too. And preparing to do this journey better next time. Alright, so I'm going to get back to focusing on making up some time, check the map, see how far I got to go to the truss. Yeah, definitely smell carcass. Maybe it's bear breath. Maybe it's wolves have been rolling in dead animals and they're upwinding me. Oh, looks like another bald eagle in that tree over there. Or maybe it's the same one that circled around. Maybe that's the mate to it. Alright, I'm chattering too much. I gotta get back and enjoy this journey. One last thing before I go. You gotta watch where you're walking. Because any moment you might just do everything like you've been doing, and it suddenly appears that the world is just not under your feet anymore. So, alright, hi-ho. I've been walking on the railroad on the long day. I've been walking on the railroad just to pass the time away. Can't you hear the whistle blow? Rise up so early in the morning. Can't you hear the captain shouting? Dinah, blow your horn. Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? And I am getting hungry, so rumbly in my tumbly, the way I'm feeling hungry and the way I just started to cramp. It's sooner the better. That's my body saying, hey bud, what about calories? What about some nutrition? And I'm like, yeah, I hear you. Shut up, we're gonna keep going. So I've been seeing these a lot. They're kind of in the random spots. They look like a piece of charcoal. It's not dung. It's rock, I think. It's like a coal, and they're all about this size. I see them kind of sporadically and randomly throughout. I'm not sure, so maybe I'll keep this one for a bit and get to a flat rock and see if it can ride on the rock. And I bet it can, because the way it feels like a piece of coal, but it doesn't rub off on my hands. There's a piece right there, maybe. These are just some anomalies that happen to pop up regularly. Alright, I just turned quick because I thought I heard some paws on the gravel behind me. What the heck, is there a crab? A piece of a crab? What the heck is that doing out here? Huh. I hear trickling water. See, so that's actually pretty steep right behind those bushes. It's real steep. Pretty nice spot. I think I'll mark this just because it's an option. I'm not sure how far I am from the trestle, but I'm pretty hungry. The hunger's real. The rain has been staved off. The breeze, I'm really liking this breeze. It's like that calm, nice before the storm breeze that's not coming in too fast yet. So that's been good. And ooh, what a view. It's another good view. Come on. Yeah. Good view. Good view. Nice. There's another one of those ball things, those little coal balls. They're just random like that. They're all about the same size. I wonder if those were once upon a time carried by the trains and they would fall out if they got to that size. It makes a lot of sense. And that's some stuff like that, but that's just not the same thing. When I was in West Virginia, I hiked on the Endless Wall, I think it's called. It was a super crazy cold. It was like -5, I think, -7, something like that. Super cold. But I found some kind of a plant out there. I guess it was evergreen, but it had leaves, and the leaves coiled themselves up into little tubes. They look kind of like peas, like pea pods, kind of, hanging off the bush in the winter while they were still green. I'd never seen that before, and I just saw that again there, and those are not the same plants for sure. The other one was much bigger, darker green, and looked different. Yeah, it's not really... Man! Some paw prints down on that beach down there. I'm guessing they're paw prints. Probably otter or something. I lost what I was saying. But I'm having a great time. And just in time to present you some good news. That I found it. American Bridge Company of New York, 1913. Do I trust it? Sure. There's a bird nest up there. It's like kind of made at a diagonal. And the tracks are running parallel, but the beams are diagonal or something. It kind of feels a little disorienting. Nest right there. Yeah, you can tell like that side is way farther away than that side, and then the whole thing feels like it's, I don't know, it's a little bit of vertigo causing. Ooh, nice. That's kind of fun. Oh, darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand. Stand by. Man, I wonder. Looks like a clearing right there. I'll check it out. Too big of a step. Maybe I should just take my pack off to do this. Maybe it's a good picnic spot up here. And maybe I'll want my pack once I see it. There's a high adventure beyond compare. Maybe I'll be bouncing here and there and everywhere. Maybe it's nothing much at all. It's just hard work on the legs, and that's about it. Yep, hard work on the legs, and then that's about it. Alright, back down we go. Will we fall? Let's see. Hoo-hee, hoo-hee, hoo. Oh, I should show the technique of my feet here, because it's a pretty good technique. So that technique I was doing, going on that super steep and soft hill, definitely slippable. I don't know if I got any footage of it, but that technique is, I kind of have to go into that mode like, oh, this is dangerous, I better do this right. And then I go into that hiking technique. It definitely is effective and helpful and safe enough, but it does take some fitness and practice and coordination and stuff. So it's not just an easy thing anybody can do just by seeing it. I'm trying to be ready in case I fell, that it would go to the safest spot, and then place my foot in a way that would guide me there if I did fall, in a way that I probably won't fall anyway. If that makes any sense. That's the technique. That's the guiding principles of the technique I was doing there. I don't know if I got any footage of it, but I pretty much noticed that my feet are aiming towards the next landing spot. The next spot that I could probably stop falling at if I were to fall, and be safer doing that. That's a technique that I have developed over the decades or whatever, and I have caught myself a lot. I have been gotten to fall, and in the fall, it did what I hoped it would do, the least damaging situation, and I was just simply able to recover immediately because I wanted to get to that spot anyway. So I basically stumbled to where I wanted to stumble to, then I could just turn and stumble to the next place I wanted to stumble to, also not trying to stumble, if that makes any sense. So there's that. What is this? This has not been weathered too long. This has not been out here for a long time. I'm not sure what this is. No, I'll bring it home. I'll bring it to the trash. I'll just stick it in my pocket. Yeah, as far as traveling in the rain, this is the kind of rain actually that you can just hike forever in. It's a little bit cold in the hands, but it's a matter of the outside temperature is cooling off the heat from activity, so it really keeps you neutral, and then the rain, it just feels good. Hi ho! And found myself a little train depot. Pretty damn cool. The access point is grown out and bushy there. Looks like it would have a hard time holding some couple hundred pounds of body weight, but ooh, steps down to the river here. It's kind of a decent spot to level out for a camp. I smell an animal. He might be in these bushes. Should I stick my head in there and see if he likes being surprised? That's where they would be. Super dense fronds like that. Just let you enjoy your nap or whatever you're trying to do. I'm going to test this out and see if it'll hold me. Oh, I felt that one give. Yep, these are not super strong. Trying to walk in the center where the support beams are. Looks like those are dry under there. This feels wobbly and unsafe. All aboard! Whoa! That gave. What is that? Some kind of, oh, it's like a boat launch, I bet. I wonder if I could just jump off of this. How safe is that on my pack and stuff? Well, it's not the safest thing I've ever done, but it's not the dumbest thing I've ever done either. Let me try this. I'm gonna try. Yeah, the metal parts are sturdy enough. That railing there seems sturdy enough. If I grab low enough, and I swing out to there. Yeah, it's like a boat launch roller. Huh. That's kind of cool. Yes, America? Is that you? This is what it's about. This is a really pretty section. Now the lighting in the camera's not picking it up, but it's got these sunset/autumn colors that are tinted down because of the overcast. You can kind of see the sunset colors on the overcast over there, but it's like, I don't know, gloomifying them and marking them down. It's really, really pretty scene right now. And it's just about to get dark. And I'm gonna be probably take about another hour, maybe, to get to where I think I want to camp. The rain has just been sprinkly, hasn't been much. I think I'm mostly wet, but don't really feel it because I'm hot. Imagine it would be just before sunset, but still pretty dusk because of the overcast. And if the spot that I'm trying to get to is a good spot to camp, then I would like basically to set up like a high plow point. Then it'll be a matter of, do I want to go fetch firewood or do any projects or what before I take my boots off. And how rainy and wet it is, that'll determine that. But I definitely want to get off my feet. The biggest thing for sure is that my pack is so much lighter. It's getting dark noticeably quick right now, and I still got too far to go before I get to set up the camp. Anyway, I'm super hungry. I do need to rest, even though I'm pushing it. I don't feel like I'm pushing it super hard. Maybe I am, but I just don't notice it. And it's smart for me to rest. So that is going to be the plan, but I can't start the plan until I get there. So, hi-ho! Alright, so it's pretty dark now. I'm coming up close, and I'm not positive I can actually find it. But then I have to basically do maybe a hasty setup and then go fetch some water. Basically come back through the woods over here. There's a creek over here. And I think I'm getting close to my campsite, but ooh, that might be it. It looks cooler than I thought it was gonna look. Dang. Yeah, this is it. This is it, yeah. I wanted to camp right by this big old rock that I saw on the satellites. Look at this cool rocks. Yeah, so nice flat one. It's slightly at an angle. There's and I can't really see these, but big giant rocks out in the middle of this. It's probably like a cow pasture or something. This prairie. And I kind of imagined, I think, setting up right in between them two right there, but I gotta try to find a way to make a plow point. And I gotta try to find some flat ground. This is a spot that I was imagining, but this ground is not flat. So it's supposed to rain, so I do need to set up a rain fly, and I need to find some flat ground, and then I need to go get some water. So maybe I won't actually camp at these rocks. I'll have to find a better spot.
Yoo-hoo, children!